he started to come out of his shell more, and subsequently, well, more obnoxious. He suddenly became the very people he hated for the longest time. Despite being only 14, he was already going to parties with his older friends when he tried the drug popularly known as acid or LSD. Something in him just clicked. By the time he was 15, he was already a full on drug dealer. During the school year, he'd be the class clown or the obnoxious kid that got sent to detention every few days. But the second that last bell rang to conclude the 2018-2019 school year, he was already on the streets of Phoenix selling LSD. Don't ask me how he got it. I have no fucking idea where one gets LSD when it's illegal in all 50 states, let alone where a 14 or 15-year-old got it. On May 20th, 2015, the day before their 18th birthday, James and Oliveira went to a casino in Atlantic City and did their usual heist, essentially costing the casino millions. They cheated. Then they were caught and tried as adults. They both got a light sentence. That was enough for Oliveira to turn her life around, pack up, and buy a one-way ticket to New Mexico. She left and never looked back. James, on the other hand, doubled down. He was spending money he didn't really have. Gennaro only made it worse. Jamie was 18, a professional gambler, yeah, but he was still in financial debt, and an imaginary debt to his father, who took advantage of him. It got so bad that it got him in this predicament. So, being rich and having a drug lord as a father made her the most popular girl at school. The rich part. And with it came the ego. To put it simply, she began acting like her dad when it came to his work. Protective, powerful, guarded, and even sneaky. When it came to her mother, though, she had a similar mentality. Her mother didn't really care about her, and neither did she. As she got older, she became more and more of her father's daughter, forming a posse behind her to do her dirty work. Dirty work being messing with people that even so much as looked at her up. It went on for all 4 years of high school. Then in senior year, when Chet's similarly egotistical self came along, they just clicked. I don't know what it was, but seeing two people who are equally horrible just makes sense. Well, she did this thing called twisting herself for a guy she liked. That's right. In January of 1996, she's back after winter break and walks into her math class only to see my lovely nephew in the seat next to her. And after talking to him for a bit, she developed a bit of a crush on him. And then she did what anyone in that situation would do. She makes all these major changes to herself for him so that she's more his type. Or rather, her assumption of his type. They start talking, which led to them dating, which led to being getting pregnant at 18, having their daughter Catherine, they get married at 20, and then this is where we kinda deviate. But if he screwed up in any way, he'd be punished severely. This is what led to the development of his victim complex. Always believing that playing the "my dad is abusive" card and the "my older brother killed himself" card, whenever he faced any sort of consequences, this also led to the development of his superiority complex. At age 16, he published his first book, 1496, a dystopian novel that is a parody of the famous 1984. I say publish in quotes because he really just stuck it on Wattpad. However, it did become immensely popular, and then he wrote 233 Celsius, a parody of Fahrenheit 451, and then Cowardly Old Land, a parody of, you guessed it, Brave New World. By the titles, you could tell he was writing sort of the opposite of what Orwell, Huxley, and Bradbury were writing about. A utopian government that everyone hates, a waterman who preserves books, and finally a novel about, I don't know. I never read the last one. Like I said, he stuck all 3 novels on Wattpad, and they became immensely popular, even with the fans of the original novels. 2003 was an interesting year. It started with a successful smuggling operation of cocaine and ketamine from California, and ended with Madison Von Lurken and Hayden Newman's brutal and infamous divorce. Neither of them got custody of the kids. I mean, the court was dealing with Canada's most infamous mobster who was extremely violent and then a drug addict. The kids were placed in custody of their grandmother, and Madison was asked to leave the Von Lurken Manor, just as outside of Montreal. 2004, teenage pregnancy, murder, cheating scandal, done. What many didn't know about her, except for myself and her parents, is that she is a lust manipulator, and Helene herself was a pride manipulator. They were both sin manipulators, or souls that have the ability to mentally and physically control someone's desires for a particular sin. Helene could literally go into someone's mind and control their prideful desires, like a hacker for your mind. Isabella does the same, but for lust, towards anything. This is why sin manipulators are sometimes called hackers of the mind. Why did I pick him for the lost child? Well, when he was being tortured, he never learned where he was, and for most of his life, he could never learn why his dad was not like his friend's dad, or why his mom always sent him birthday cards with "thanks for almost killing me" instead of "happy birthday." No, but seriously, after say age 17, he never knew who he was. He lost his sense of purpose. He could never be just Harrison. He always had to be something to somebody. The son of Morgan Shelburne and Daniel Walker, the reason we almost didn't have Morgan Shelburne, the drummer of Garage Sex. Never just Harrison. One of Mo's many talents was acting. She got it from acting like she was always the victim, and maybe Marilyn Monroe's films. I can't blame her. Marilyn is a talented and iconic woman. Morgan had some small parts in different movies, shows, and plays as a teenager, but her breakthrough role was Lana in 1997's Tales of the Kitchen, a very interesting movie about a culinary student's experiences working at a Michelin-star restaurant. Mind you, she was 18 in that movie. That's how she met her boyfriend Ethan Walker, and subsequently his older brother Daniel. Morgan and Ethan hit it off and started dating. However,